Hello everyone, so today I will be drawing one of my characters, Arabian. I know I've already shown her a bit, but not a lot, but this is her before she died because, spoiler alert, all of my characters exist in the afterlife. So yeah, I started off with a very clear image in my head. I tend to not like using references. Yeah. This, you can see, is when I forgot how a leg worked. Yeah, the other leg turned out very smooth and, worked in the first try. The hand I also struggled with a bit. You can't really see now, but you'll see when I draw the fingers later. The arms on this one turned out fairly easy, but overall, I have been trying to study anatomy, so, yeah, mainly the, way that the clothes, fold over it, and just clothes folding in general. So, yeah, the hair is actually a very fun bit that I drew. I do feel like her hair is very important in her storyline. Like, before, clearly, at this part, she had very big hair that, was always fluffy and stuff that she took a lot of care of, but then later, when she started to more settle down, she ended up having more of a relaxed hairstyle that ended up giving her a bit of hair damage, but that was okay. She was fine with the hair damage. I act very parasocially to my characters. I just realized they all have way too much. Oh, yep, that's the finger struggle I was telling you about. I don't know why they're sprouting from the same thing. I don't know. Oh, yes, and this is me struggling with the background. I actually learned how to draw characters and stuff before backgrounds and plants and stuff because I was always just so set on it, which definitely slowed down the actual characters I was drawing because they always just existed in a white space and never actually had anywhere to go. Again, I'm sorry if my voice sounds weird. It's not that I'm sick or anything. I just have a voice that sounds weird on camera. Yeah, and this is again when I was struggling with the fingers. Yep, you can see me struggling with it. I then eventually realized what was wrong with it. The hands actually do end up getting better in the line art. This isn't the sketch portion. Oh well. And I decided to do the smoke in the sketch but not in the line art. That's going to be more in the rendering thing. That'll be in a part 2. Tell me in the comments if you like this step-by-step thing. It's not really a tutorial. I mean, you could probably use it as, a reference for what you're drawing, but at the same time, this is very specific. This takes place in the 1920s, so I did a lot of research into, outfits and stuff. I understand it's not really that accurate for, the women's wear, but because she's a very masculine woman, I decided to incorporate a touch of, the feminine style from then, while also very much leaning into what the men were wearing, and had a mixture of that and stuff. Yeah, so you can hear my sister screaming in the background. I'm sorry about that. She probably thinks I'm crazy just sitting in my room talking to myself. But yeah, back to the hair. I do feel like it's very important. So yeah, this is where the line art starts to get a little bit more actually drawn out there. Yeah, I do feel like the line art overall, it's a little bit shaky because normally I draw with my hand. Yes, I am one of those finger artists. I fit the stereotype perfectly. But the thing is, though it's a bit shaky because I used a pencil, a little Apple Pencil thing, when I usually use my hand because I'm just more used to it. Yeah. Tell me in the comments if you prefer to, when you're doing digital art, use a little drawing pencil, or if you prefer to use your hand. Personally, I use my hands. Yeah, and then the leg looks good now. Before, I don't know what was wrong with it in the sketch. And then we also have me struggling with the pants because again the clothing folds. I forgot how clothing worked. Thank goodness for the undo button. I feel like a lot of my drawings, I just thank goodness for the undo button. Because without that, it would be terrible. But overall, I do feel like this drawing turned out somewhat good. Or at least in the line art. When I'm doing the voicing for this, it's actually before I did the paint or rendering. So, but yeah, if you want some more information on Arabian, please tell me in the comments. I love to yap about my OCs. I feel like there should be a rule in art not to get so obsessed with your OCs, but then again, if there was and I just don't know about it, I definitely broke it. All of my OCs have so much lore. For those who don't know, OC stands for original character. I'm not trying to make anyone sound stupid or anything. I just, whenever I tell, like, my parents or grandma about it, they just kind of stare at me like, what are you talking about? And whenever I try to, like, write it down in Notes app, like, oh, OC this, you know, the little thing is just like, that's not a word. So, yeah. Yeah. Oh, so the clothing I do feel like turned out fairly well in the clothing folds. I have been really, working on that. Also, I've also been trying to add, like, more than just one body type to my characters. You can't really see it in this drawing because there's only one character, but I have been trying to add some diversity in that. Also, it took me a pretty long time to learn how to render skin. Not just, like, light skin tones or dark skin tones, just skin in general. Yeah, if you want some more information about that, I do have some older artwork that is so bad. Genuinely. I speak of my old artwork like some ancient prophecy that should never come to be because of how atrocious it is. But yeah, I did give her some little pretty eyelashes. And then I struggled with the mouth for a bit. Okay! Like I said, that's my mom. I live with my family. One second. Mom, I'm recording a video right now.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I don't know if I should edit her voice out or not. I'll decide against it, whether or not to later. Yeah. I did really struggle with the glasses for this. She has really bad eyesight, I decided. Like, halfway through making it, and is also somewhat inspired by my sister's glasses. Because she has, like, these little rectangle glasses. Not to give you too much information about my personal life, though. Maybe that's just a pet peeve of mine, where people, like, if you go on, like, Facebook, someone will literally tell, like, their entire life story in, like, their little bio. Like, this is my exact address and all the names of my children. Like, can you please calm down, ma'am? Also, I struggled with this earring for a bit. And if someone's just like, no, that's not how that worked. The earrings didn't look like that. I did actually have a reference for that part. Not to be too negative or anything. I get called negative a lot. But yeah, I did actually have, like, a lot of mental references. I don't tend to keep, like, actual physical references, or not really physical, digital, references, because, again, that's my father in the background. I'm sorry about that. My family's loud. But yeah, also we have me struggling with a lot of stuff. I did also decide that the mob she was in, like the little gang thing she was in, needed a, symbol. Yeah. And for the outfit, I definitely didn't have a lot of, like, actual references for it. I just kind of went with what felt right. I was thinking about giving her suspenders, but I decided against it before I drew it. If you want to see her in, like, suspenders or something, tell me. I also added, I forgot to say it while I was drawing it, but I also gave her some edges that also had a little mental reference in it. This is me against my greatest enemy, fighting against my greatest enemy, backgrounds. I fight with backgrounds every time I draw. That's why I normally add, like, a color or a gradient background. Because, once again, I learned how to draw people beforehand. Like, if you get out some of, like, my really old art when I was, like, really young, you can see I never drew plants or houses. It was just people. So many people. And the people were very badly drawn because I was, like, 7. Again, if you want to see some of that, I will. Maybe that's for, like, a 50 subscriber milestone. I had 40 when I posted that 40 subscriber thing. Someone unsubscribed. If you're watching this, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. I probably won't come to your house. I'm kidding. YouTube, please don't cancel me for that. I'm sorry. Please do not nuke my channel, please. Yeah. Yeah. So also the little cleaning up I did was after I merged the layers without actually checking. Yeah, there's some more things I forgot to clean up that I'm looking at now in the process of this, so I'm probably going to go in there and edit it without actually recording it. Because in total, this took, like the sketch and line art portion, probably took around 20 to 30 minutes. I tried to, like, speed it up and edit it to where the pacing seems a bit more bearable. Also, this, because I was screen recording it, I was just listening to silence. That was very unnerving for me. Is that the right term? Unnerving? Oh well. That's all. See you